Now, financing remains one of the most indispensable elements of the energy transition, yet the main challenge for many projects, especially in new technology fields. In this conversation, Dr. Abdulhamid Alkhalifa, Director General of OPEC Fund, shares more on the role of the OPEC Fund in making the energy transition possible.
As you know, OPEC Fund is working very closely with SEforALL, and we are working on many issues, but most important is universal access to energy and also a just transition. Yeah. Those two topics are very important for everybody, and this is what we have been discussing for the yesterday and today. It will continue the discussion. We had a session yesterday about clean cooking, or more than session. And unfortunately, we are far behind our targets when it comes to clean cooking. As you know, 2.6 billion people around the world they use biomass or wood for cooking, and this is unfortunate as we speak. And if we don't do things differently, we will not be able to accomplish our targets by 2030. So we are working as OPEC Fund with others on how to improve on that area and how to do business in different way. So we can help ourselves and help the needy people to accomplish those targets.
Right. I mean, when someone is listening to these statistics, they paint a grim picture, a picture that somehow might cause some worry or fear in terms of the journey towards achieving the target, within the stipulated period. You know, we have 800 million, people worldwide, and a majority of them, within sub-Saharan African countries who have no access. And you've spoken about the need to ensure that there is access, but then there's also, a proper transition to, clean energy. I mean, talk to us a bit about the difference that you mentioned that needs to be done to be able to close this gap and deal with this energy poverty.
Well, maybe everyone agrees that in order to do things differently and accomplish our targets, there is a need for several issues, but most important is to enhance financing and upscale financing to those kind of issues is very, very important, and that's what we are trying as organization with other international players on this area, is to unlock some financing. And that's why yesterday we have introduced a new trust fund that will be only targeting access to energy and transition, but also more focus on clean cooking. So doing that, we are trying to unlock some financing, but it is not only about financing, also it is about innovations. We have to invest in innovations just to make sure that we have a universal access to these kind of issues, and also making sure that what we are using as devices will be the efficient one and financially viable. And also maybe the third element that we have to focus on is partnerships. As you know, many players on this area, and in order for international community to make sure that they do things in the most efficient way and reduce the transaction cost, I think we have to focus on new partnership mechanisms that reduce the cost of the end users. So that is, I think, those three elements, if we are able to address, we will be, I hope, on the right way.